Hello, hello, hello. This is Allie Thompson with Vendor Success Secrets, and today I want to talk about dealing with trolls. So, one of my Vendor Success Secrets premium members did a Facebook Live last night. Her name is Debbie, and Debbie's been doing lives for 4 months now, maybe 3, 4 months, and she's always had a nice turnout, and she makes a lot of sales. And last night, we're on the live, and somebody says, I'm here to buy the couch. And they're like, there's no couch. And then another person, I'm here to buy the couch. Karen says, there's a couch here. And, I'm not up on things. I don't know if the couch thing is common, but for this particular group, it was a group that sent people over. And that's their shtick, is to ask about a couch. So, a few of the people in the comments are like, there's no couch here. And even Debbie's like, there's no couch here. And then it got to, ooh, that's really beautiful. I want to buy one of those pendants you have for my dog for Area 50. We're visiting Roswell, New Mexico next week, and I want her to look fly. All right, now we're in troll land. There's another girl saying that one of the other people on the call was being mean to her, and then they were claiming items during the live and then saying, no, I don't want to buy it anymore because you're too mean. They were being very manipulated and very manipulative, very rude, and just have nothing better to do with their life. Honestly, it was just the stupidest thing. And of course, Debbie got flustered, as I would too, especially the first time you start to deal with trolls. You're not quite sure what to do. And their tactic is really gaslighting. As soon as you say, hey, like, you're trolling. What? Me? Why are you being so mean to me? Why are you being mean to me? She blocked one of the people, and the other person said, why did you block my boyfriend? You're so mean. And it can make you kind of second guess yourself, like, are these people for real? Like, did I do the wrong thing by blocking somebody? Am I wrong here somehow? Am I being too stodgy? Am I just not having a good time? Are they serious? When they claim a product, are they being serious? Should I take them seriously? What if they were just kind of being a little, what if it's just a customer and they were just kind of being a little weird at the beginning, but they end up buying? So that's a big part, especially when you're doing a Facebook Live sale, is you're hoping that all these new people came in and they're actually going to turn into customers. And they're not. And what happened to Debbie is not common. I mean, it's not, trolls on the internet are not uncommon. But what happened to her was they're they really need to find other things to do with their life. They have a Facebook group, and it's public. I could go in there and see exactly what they were doing. It's public, and they share, like, I don't know, they must have shared dozens and dozens and dozens of Facebook Lives to this secret, not secret, this little group that they have, this little public group that they have. And they just will go in and crash a live and act like total jerks. Now, if you interact with them, then it's like blood in the water, and it attracts more. And Debbie not realizing it, and none of us really realized it at first because I was watching. None of us really, like the first one or two about the couch, I'm like, all right, that's kind of annoying. And those people didn't, they were just like, oh, okay. So it seemed like it was going to be fine. But they must have relayed the message, hey, she's actually verbally addressing what's going, because some people on their lives don't pay attention to the comments. So they'll go and they'll crash, like somebody does a live stream of a video game that they're playing, or somebody's doing a live stream of how to create a craft project. They seem to really like to torment the people that do sales, though, because I went through their group, because, know thy enemy, right? I went through their group to kind of see what was driving them, and they loved it that Debbie responded. And at the moment, it was hard for Debbie to figure out what to do because, I wouldn't necessarily know how to block somebody in the middle of, a live. And while she has been live a lot, she hasn't had this problem. Normally when a troll shows up, it's a single player. Just one person shows up. They kind of act like an ass and you can ignore them. This was a tiny little army of trolls. And by army, there were maybe 6 or 7 of them, maybe 8. And it was hard to keep track of who was a troll and who wasn't. So, how do you deal with the trolls? You're on a live and troll people come on and start trolling you. First of all, you've got to be aware that it's a possibility and that the conversation that's happening is not sincere. It is in fact trolling. Anytime something weird happens, and now we all know to watch for the couch question. And at this point, there was no reason whatsoever to believe that she was selling anything other than jewelry. If somebody came on and said, "Hey, I heard you're selling dogs here," ban them. Just from like the outset, like nope, we're not even going there. So they're there to be disruptive. So they're going to be disruptive so that they can bother you. So the first time you get a disruption, ban them. Do not even acknowledge them if you can help it. Sometimes, again, we're not sure if they are honest actors, but they'll usually come in with a troll. So the troll was, "I hear there's a couch here." And it's pretty easy to ban them. You just hit, for me on the computer, you hit the 3 dots, you say hide the comment, and then it says block this person, and you say yes. And even if you have to say, "Hey, can everybody hold up for 1 second, please?" And you go in and you ban that person. And if it's a group of them, you go boom, 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 ban them. Don't acknowledge, don't engage, don't even try to play their game, because they will play it better. They are going to try to embarrass you. They are going to try to make you feel flustered. They're going to make you feel as uncomfortable as possible. And if you try to play their game, they're going to rev it up. Don't encourage the people on your live. In fact, say, "Hey, everybody on live, just ignore that person. I'm in the process of banning right now." Boom, ban. Banning is the worst thing you can do to them because it silences them. All they want to do is talk. All they want to do is be disruptive. And if they're banned, they can't be disruptive. And for groups like this, they're out there fishing on tons of different lives looking for a reaction. They're moving on. Once you ban them, they're like, "Oh, that was fun while it lasted," and then they move on to the next thing. I did go and report the group that it came from, and I think that's fine. You can report that group. Unfortunately, it probably reports the group to the admin first, and the admin of the group is not an honest player, but you can report it to Facebook as well. Like the next step, you could report it to Facebook. And you can also report individual members. The only problem is if it raises you up on their radar a bit more, they may start making you a special project. So it's really best just to ban them, move on, and totally ignore them. This, fortunately, was a pretty small group. There are only about 200 people on it. And, only a handful of them are going to be on at a time, and only a handful of them were going to jump on this particular live. Once there was blood in the water, they all wanted to jump on the live. So, fortunately, there were only a handful of people to deal with. If it comes to the point of, you're getting bombarded, there's 20 people on there all spamming, then just end the live, because they've shared a stream, ban every person that trolled, and then start a new live. They're already on trying to find somebody else's stream to share. Like they're not usually trying to invest a lot of time into a particular person, especially if you don't play along. If you're not playing their game, then they're like, "Oh, this isn't any fun anymore," and they move on. So they're bullies. They're people who just, get joy out of life of tearing other people down and screwing with people and messing with people. And they're ridiculous and they're stupid. And you I know in the moment, and for Debbie, I could feel it for her last night. Just that, it was very cringy. It was just very cringy of what they were saying and how she was trying to deal with it. And she did a fine job. But I would say the only thing she could have done better is ban them faster. There were a few people that did not get banned as far as I could tell. But they were trying to play the game. Like, "Oh yeah, people stop asking about couches. You're making Debbie mad." Well, they were trolls, and so if you don't recognize them and they're saying anything slightly off, just ban them. Just ban them, and then you know, if if it's friends or family, you know who they are. If it's somebody you don't know, don't worry about, ooh, I might have just banned a customer. Because 99% of the time you banned a troll and they were nowhere near a customer. They were nothing near. They were being so ridiculous, and they try to tempt you with your desire to sell. And that's how they end up getting power over you, is they know you want to make a sale, so they're going to make you think that they're going to buy from you if you just play along with their game. And then they're like, yeah, but you're being mean. I think I want to cancel my order. And they want you to be like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, block. Just block them all. It doesn't matter what they say about you. They're the ones that are being little punks. I don't want anybody to get freaked out and think I can't do a Facebook Live because what if I get a troll? For most of you watching, your Facebook Lives are small enough that most people are not paying attention. They happened across Debbie's. I'd be shocked if they find her again, especially if she got them all banned appropriately. I think she does need to go back and see who shared it the first time, because I don't think they commented. There was a Karen who shared it the first time, and then I don't think she ever commented. So make sure you ban her, Debbie. So yeah, don't let it shake you too much. It's just the reality of this world of people being sad and ridiculous, and just block them and say, okay, took care of that. Oh, looks, I missed one. I like to think about it like, you know, I'm not a hunter. I don't go out and shoot animals, but it's, I had a troll on one of my videos once. It was just the one guy, and I forgot to ban him the last time he caused problems in my group. And this time, I kicked him out, but I didn't ban him of my group. And as soon as I kicked him out, I'm like, dang it, I should have banned him, or blocked him, but I just didn't think about it. He came back, and I didn't see, I have people that help me admin the group. They approved him in, and he showed up on my live. And to me, it was kind of like whack-a-mole. Like, I see you now. This is my opportunity to just one fell swoop go in and just take care of you. So when they pop their little heads up, you just hit that little ban button. As soon as they pop their head up, just hit that ban button. The biggest part is the awareness that somebody may be trolling you. And that's, again, a reality of the internet. There are people who just do this as a pastime. Don't let it scare you, because here's the thing. If you let something like this stop you, number one, they win. They win, and nobody wants them little punks to win, right? So number one, they win. Number two, your success is determined by how you can scale adversity like this. When something happens that challenges you, how do you rise to that occasion? So it is a challenge, and it is annoying, and it is frustrating, and it's something new that you have to learn. And yeah, it's going to shake you off your game, and you may feel off for a couple of days afterwards. But eventually you get to the point of saying, I am the shark. I own this space. This is my game, my rules. And if you're going to come in and cause disruption, then, you know, just like somebody coming into your party and acting like a butthole, you're going to say, nope, gotta go. Gotta go. This is my party, and you're not adding any value to it, and so just go. Don't get in arguments. Do not argue with them. Do not call them names. Do not even, if you can avoid even acknowledging that they're there, that's the most frustrating for them. They want some kind of acknowledgement. They love it when you acknowledge them. So just ignore and block. Ban, block. I've been saying both. I think the word on there is block, but ban, block, whatever it takes. Hit those little dots, and then just, you hide the comment, and then it says, do you want to ban this person? Yes. Or do you want to delete the comment? Don't worry about that. Just ban the person. Just ban the person. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. And then they're banned from your page. And yeah, it's a learning experience. Unfortunately, Debbie had to have that learning experience like a baptism by fire because it was pretty bad. Um, but everything goes away and everybody moves on, and it's okay. It's okay. Nobody. The positive end of it is Debbie's fans are now galvanized around her. Now they're even more loyal to her. They feel even more strongly about her. They were ready to jump in at her defense, and some of them did. It's not a good idea. Don't do it. Just just ban them. And us as viewers, we can't ban them. Only Debbie can do that. So just do everybody a favor and ban them, and then the rest of your community is going to be like, wow, she really stepped in and handled that well. If you get emotional and start yelling at people, man, they win. The trolls win. So don't let the trolls win. Don't even let it escalate that far. Those people's opinions literally do not matter at all. There's how many people in the United States that you could sell to. That tiny little percentage of people do not matter at all. What they say do not matter. They are not owed equal free speech. This is your own personal, just like at a party, if somebody comes in bad mouthing you, you can tell them to leave. It's not a free speech matter. It's not a be nice to everybody matter. You're not even being mean to them. You are preserving your own community, your own sale, your own business. You are respecting the people that are in the group, and you are demanding respect for you as well, because this is your show. So just ban them and move on, and don't let them get into your head. So good job, Debbie. I mean, you did a great job keeping it together for what happened. Everybody else watching this, please do not let this stop you. Do not let this stop you. We got to stand up to adversity, and we cannot let the trolls win. You've got to kind of suck it up and say, you know what? I'm just going to get really familiar with those 3 little buttons. And even practice it. So I went through and I practiced it this morning on my page. Like if I go live and somebody comments and I hit those 3 buttons, what happens? And you can just practice it and say, I'm not going to actually ban anybody. I want to just see how my buttons work, just in case we get somebody in here causing problems. Because it happens from time to time, doesn't happen a lot. And it really doesn't happen that often, not for those kinds of sales. And for the people that have the really big sales, I'm sure they have somebody there that's, somebody on the sidelines that's just going through and monitoring those comments. So just do it. Go live anyhow. Just go live, and the minute you think that there's a troll, the minute you think somebody is trying to start some crap on your page, just ban them and move on. Ignore, ban, move on. That's the mantra. Ignore, ban, don't engage. Ignore, ban, move on. All right, guys, I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.